see some similarities here. I can't believe it. I think he's gone nutty.
So we finally had a little break in the weather. Just a little break though. We had a nice afternoon, beautiful evening. We went out on the lake with some friends, had a great time. And we've had a few little showers this morning, but there's been little blasts of sunshine here and there. But the rains are coming back. We're supposed to get an inch of rain tonight. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. Garden's suffering. So anyway, right now it's not raining, and I've been kicking around the woods, and I just arrived at this location where I'm going to set up a little bush camp. Now this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. When a lot of you folks had discovered my channel, it was back when I used to go to the cabin, did a lot of campfire cooking, Dutch oven cooking, that sort of thing. And then we kind of got away from that. You know, we moved 300 miles away, started life over. You know, I did a lot of tree cutting, opening up an area for a garden. You know the whole story. So I kind of got away from just that the simplicity, just going out, hanging out by a campfire, doing my filming in that kind of an atmosphere. And I miss it and you miss it, so I want that back into my life. I am selling that cabin there. But out here, I want to set up a rustic bush camp. Now, I've had my eye on those Kodiak canvas tents for a long time now, the 10 by 10 size. And about a month ago, I just checked the Cabela's website and they were on sale, and I had Cabela's points, so I bought the tent. Didn't cost me a cent. Perfect. So now it's been sitting in the box for about a month. Been chomping at the bit to get out here and get it set up. So the area that I chose for this, I really like this area out here. This area reminds me a lot of the Pacific Northwest. When I was kicking around Alaska, this is what it was like. There was a lot of spruce, and everything is covered with moss. There's some real interesting topography out here. So I like this area here, and I want to set up my tent here. Unfortunately, we're on the side of a mountain. As you know, there's no level ground, and I've been searching high and low just to find a 10 by 10 level spot, and there is none. Everything's sloping, and it's all boulders. So I've got to make a little flat spot here. I'm going to fill it in with some saplings and stuff, and just some old trees that I cut down. Then I'm going to cover it with moss and spruce boughs. I'll set my tent up on this. Then I've got a location over there that's a little bit better, and I'm going to build a platform for the tent. But I didn't want to take the time right now to build a platform. I'm anxious as hell to get this set up, come out here, hang out by the fire, maybe take that Native American flute back out. Haven't played that thing in a few years now. You know, just come out here, write in my journal, have an escape, talk to the camera, do some Dutch oven cooking, all of that stuff that we both miss. So that's what we're doing, or I'm doing, and I'm getting started right now. The area out here is rugged. It's sloping ground laden with boulders and depressions that are filled with water, making unfavorable conditions for tent camping. But this is where I want to camp, and if I want a level spot for my tent, I'll have to make it. I'll use what I have on hand to accomplish the task. If I fill the depressions with leaves and moss, they'll absorb water and act like a sponge beneath my tent. I've got a lot of uneven ground to contend with, so I'll level out the spot with logs and cover them with a heavy cushion of leaves and moss. This should keep the cushion much drier than if I set up directly on the ground. This is just temporary, but it'll do the job until I build a proper platform. Well, that ought to do it for today. It's getting darker now, and I can start to hear some rumbling off in the distance. I've had my share of thunder and lightning lately, so I think I'm going to pack it up, head back to the camp, get a good hot shower. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm cutting down a lot of just standing dead spruce. There's so much of it out here. So I'm cutting that down, just laying that in here like I did the corduroy roads. Yeah, it worked out good for that. Then I'll just probably put a tarp down over that, put the tent on it. Then I can make my fire pit and dig out some of the waterway here and get some water. And I'll have a campsite and I can start coming out here and enjoying it. Yeah, and then over here I've got a lot of standing dead spruce, larger caliber, 8, 10 inch. And I'll cut those down and I'll use that to frame the tent platform. And then once I get the platform set up, then I'll take the tent down and put it on the platform. But this will get me going, all right? This will get me out here enjoying it. Oh, I just heard some more rumbles. So I'm going to pack it in, folks, and head back to the camp. Well, I keep hearing about droughts, but I ain't seeing it. Last week I told you we've been getting lots and lots and lots of rain. Well, it hasn't changed. We've seen very, very little sun since my last posting. And the old solar bank is feeling it. Yeah, and the garden's feeling it too. And I'm getting a bit concerned now. I'm getting a lot of the tomatoes and stuff are turning yellow because they're just too wet. I had put in diversion ditches and they work great. The water is pissing right through them like a river, but the problem is they get overflowing and then the water runs downhill to the flat area I made for the garden and it collects here. So, I don't know, good thing I put in the ditches because everything would be underwater. Crazy. Puddles everywhere. Look at the water in the garden here. Yeah. I had a little bit of a swale here to divert the water, so it would go down here to the depression I made. But it was overflowing that and coming this way. Well, the tomato plants are getting yellow. They're just too wet. Broccoli likes it, though. That's a nice head of broccoli. I have to pick that one. Squish, squish, squish in the garden. Imagine what it would be like if we lived at the bottom of the mountain. Oh, the art orders are piling up. I'm getting caught up, though. I got help today. My helper over here. You helping, Daddy? Yeah, he's a good girl.
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go. There's a pokey way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss.